Hello everyone. I hope you all will be fine. So in our today's session I have brought a topic emulsion that I have picked from the chapter surface chemistry. This emulsion I have explained when I was explaining the type of sol and I explained all the dispersed phase and dispersion medium. So emulsion is a special type of category in which dispersed phase and dispersion medium both are in the liquid form, that is of emulsion. So here you have to understand these are colloidal system in which both the dispersed phase and dispersion medium are liquid is called emulsion. Okay, so here these are of two types. One is to be of oil in water and the water in oil. So here the oil represents the dispersed phase and water represents the dispersion medium. And here the water represents the dispersed phase and oil represents the dispersion medium. So here in the oil in water we have to understand oil that will be present in less amount. So less amount, that shows that this is of dispersed phase. Okay, and water represents dispersion medium, so that will be in the large amount. And here that will be just opposite. Water will be in a less amount and oil will be in a large amount. Okay, so the best examples are for which I have written here: oil in water. As we have seen milk, so milk, it looks like a watery, but it contains few amount of oil also, because you separate cream from the milk also. So that means, that shows that milk is the best example of emulsion in which dispersed phase is oil and dispersion medium is water. Means water is present in large extent and oil is present in milk in less extent. And here suppose we talk about the butter, and in butter oil will present in a large amount but some water is also present. So this is the example of water in oil. Here the water becomes the dispersed phase in case of butter and the oil will be the dispersion medium. One more example for this water in oil, this is a cod liver oil. This is the best example for water in oil. So I think you all have got it. Emulsion can be categorized in two categories. One is to be of oil in water and second is to be water in oil. Vanishing cream, it is also a best example for oil in water type of emulsion. Now we have to understand the next thing. This is of emulsifier. Emulsifiers, these are the substance which are helpful to emulsifying the process. Emulsifying means that creates or that helps in the formation of emulsion. So these are the substances which help in stabilizing, that stabilize the emulsions. Okay, stabilizing emulsions. The emulsifier forms a film. Film means that forms a layer around the every drop of dispersed phase. Dispersed phase, we know that will be present in a less amount, and this is the part that adsorb or that mixed in the dispersion medium, and hence prevent drops from coming together. Means they will not come together if we are that chemical is creating a layer around the dispersed phase. Then two dispersed phase, they will not come together. Okay, now the emulsifier for oil in water are protein, gums, natural and synthetic soaps. These are the best examples for emulsifiers of oil in water type. Next is to be of emulsifiers for water in oil are heavy metal salts of fatty acids. That few examples you have to learn. Long chain alcohols and lamp black. Lamp black, this is a form of charcoal. Okay, that also help in adsorption also. Okay, this is of lamp black. Now after that we have to understand the one more thing that comes in the category of emulsion: de-emulsification. as it is getting clear from the name de-emulsification. De-emulsification means that is the just reverse procedure of emulsification. Okay, so the process of decomposing an emulsion into its constituent liquid is called demulsification. Means suppose you are having emulsion and you are putting some chemical inside it, and that chemical is able to separate, or the chemical procedure or any procedure if we are applying on that emulsion, and that is able to separate this emulsion into its constituent, means this is able to separate oil from the water and water from the oil, so that is to be known as de-emulsification. So now it is carried out by centrifugation, the process I have written for you, boiling, freezing, or chemical method which destroys the emulsifying agent. Okay, emulsifying agent, what it will be? That stabilize the emulsion. But here demulsification, we have to separate both the phases, dispersed phase and the dispersion medium, that is oil from the water or water from the oil. Here I am giving you the best example with the help of centrifugation. In centrifugation, actually what we do, suppose we have to separate milk from the water. What we do, we start to stir in its opposite direction. Okay, when we will very fast stirring we do, then what it does, it starts to separate cream from a milk, means that is making separate oil component which is present in the milk. Okay, so this is the process of centrifugation. Sometimes excess boiling, that also creates the separation of oil from a water. Excessive freezing also, that do the same thing. Some chemicals we can use to separate a bonding, to break the bonding between a dispersed phase and the dispersion medium. Okay, so I think you all have got it, today's topic which I have explained, that was emulsion. Okay, that's all for today.